producing more comics this year is what I'm going to do. I have a little bit of an announcement to make.
You're pregnant.
Yeah. We got 2 new titles coming out of All Caps Comics. I've got the logos being made right now. First logo that's being made right now, Fearsome, is finally going to get a logo. We're going to put that into production. I'm looking for an artist to work on that.
Oh, you don't have one yet?
I have 3 or 4 different people who are lined up to do it.
I
haven't committed to anyone yet, but I'm ready to write it. I'm ready to work with it. I'm ready to plot it. An individual by the name of Bill Willingham has said that he would like to write it. So now
nice.
I'm looking for an artist who wants to do a horror superhero story, who is great. Don't come at me if you're not A-list. I want to see like the very best talent right now, because this is going to be a great book. The other project is going to be
talent, or do you want name recognition?
Talent and name recognition often go hand in hand.
Both.
Get Kelly Jones, man.
Listen. Yes, that would be great. Kelly, it's not, you don't just get Kelly Jones. He either wants to commit to one of these projects or not. I think the Bill Willingham being attached to it would probably interest him. Fearsome is the story of a man with narcolepsy who starts in his sleep seeing upside down visions of murdered children, and he begins to rescue their souls. So it's an interesting kind of superhero take on ghosts. It's all about maybe what Anne Rice did for vampires, I want to do for ghosts. I want to explain what ghosts are. Yeah. Not make them gay. No. Don't be zero gay.
I put Tupac in it.
This is ComicsGate. Okay, we don't do that around here. We don't care about that. It's going to be a cool, scary superhero story. And anybody who, if there's somebody like that who's out there who might want to consider, I'm not saying send me a flood of submissions, but just let me reach out. The other thing is, already has an artist. Lynx #1, Pollen Kingdom, we've got the original logo designer of Cyberfrog and Salamandroid working on the Lynx logo right now. EJ Morges is going to be drawing it, and Lynx is going to be officially part of All Caps Comics. It is connected to Cyberfrog, so it's going to be the third Cyberfrog book.
Wait. EJ, what is EJ drawing?
Lynx. EJ is going to be
how many pages?
Lynx 20 pages. Lynx #1, Pollen Kingdom, and he's very excited about it. Very excited about it.
Look at John laughing. What
do you
got,
John?
What do you think?
Not saying anything. I'm very excited.
You're very excited for EJ Morges. He's going to do great. And if he doesn't, I'll fire him and put somebody in his place. Okay. After all, these are my books.
Yeah.
Salamandroid is going to get a #2 issue. The Salamandroid Death Sting that's Salamandroid #1. There will be a Salamandroid #2. I have not assigned an artist to that yet. But if somebody stops being plugged up, I'd certainly be interested in talking to him about it. We'll see how that goes.
So maybe consider trying to get Mandy involved.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was going to be followed by the farm.
I mean, you always look, Ethan. You always got to put mouse. You always got to you always got to put cheese in a mouse trap. I almost said you always have to put a mouse in a mouse trap.
What?
Yeah, I like this idea. Lynx is just terrific. I'm really excited about Lynx. It's a nice reclamation of everything that I'm doing with All Caps Comics is kind of reclaiming all of my past stuff, like stuff that I created. Lynx, of course, was the name of X-32, who was taken by Joe Quesada in Marvel Comics and turned into X-23. But her name was originally Lynx with a big X at the end. For X. And that's fine. Like they took their version, they did that. I'm going to do my version of it, but it's going to be completely separate from, completely separate.
Legally distinct from?
Very legally distinct from, and based obviously and clearly in the Cyberfrog universe. It's connected to, it'll come right after Wreck Planet. You'll understand why. So I'm very excited about making comics right now. I'm excited about lightening my workload because I'm only doing, after Rainbow the Brood, I'm only doing 48 pages of this. But I want to work with the very, very best talent to expand and broaden out the Cyberfrog universe, and then also Fearsome, putting out a book that's separate from Cyberfrog. I want to make money from my ideas, and I don't want to draw all of them. So I think that's the key to it. Let's put some people to work. Well, with Wreck Planet, we got we got Cyberfrog Wreck Planet, we got Salamandroid Death Sting, which I did, and then there's this other book called Cyberfrog Heartsick Horror, which I wrangled Kanan White and EJ Morges. EJ did 11 pages, John, so shut the fuck up.
All
All
I'm saying is, remember that time Dan DiDio was like, I'm going to hire Adam Hughes to do Wonder Woman? Like, he knew.
Yeah.
He knew.
The thing is, EJ Morges, first of all, EJ Morges has drawn more Cyberfrog artwork because not only that, he also drew 5 pages of Cyberfrog Numb, which appears in the deleted scenes book. The thing about EJ is that he's a tremendous artist who draws Cyberfrog characters all the time when I don't ask him to. The minute I ask him to, he gets nervous. But you just have to he's the kind of guy, he needs constant encouragement. He needs to be told how excellent he is all the time, or he begins to doubt himself. He doesn't have the built-in narcissism that I do, and that you do, and that Shane does, and that we all kind of do. EJ is so humble, and he's so excellent. I can't wait until people read Heartsick Horror. It's free. You're going to get it for free if you back the first campaign. 11 pages of EJ Morges telling the story of Heather's marriage and how it fell apart. And it's really, really, really good. He did a great job with it. And like I said, people are going to be getting it for free. Can't wait to ship it out. I want to work with him again so bad, but he does. He's like has these moments of like ennui and like self-doubt and stuff, and it's like I think a lot of artists do. And one of the things about working with creative people is you've got to figure out not everybody's the same. People have strengths and weaknesses, and separate personalities and things that you've got to be aware of when you're working with them. Thank God I'm not an editor. I don't want to work for Marvel and have to do this kind of a thing. I'd rather just work with just a few people and really specialize on working with them. And I want EJ Morges to know he's great. If I'm working with David Williams, which I will be, I promise you, he's going to come work for me one day. I am going to take care of him. I'm going to know what he's all about. I'm going to know how to get his best work out of him. And that's the key to it, I think. At the end of the day, how do we get how do we get the best stuff out of people, man? How do we get their best work? How do we get them to feel excited about what they're doing?
You gotta pay them, man.
Well, there's that, but don't put reins on them. Let them be their own creative force. That's the thing I hated the most about working in mainstream comics is every fucking editor that would come around like, I'm gonna bring up your game. It's like, dude, you don't even know what a fucking composition is. Shut the fuck up. You sit back, let me make fucking gold appear.
See, man, Shane Davis is a killer.
Let me just answer Johnny B. Good's super chat there. No, but there's a through line with all of my books that does kind of represent my career in comics. So, obviously there's Cyberfrog, and then there's Lynx, and you'll see if you look closely and you kind of blur your eyes, you'll see that there's a sort of subliminal message about the stuff that I did in comics.
I don't understand this Lynx thing. Like, you're losing me on this. Like, what is this book?
So, what is the book going to be, or why is there links? Like, what's
I understand why there's links, but I don't understand like what is links.
Yeah, well, you read Wreck Planet, so you should have a few clues in your head about what. What links might be. So Lynx is going to be a superhero. Within the Cyberfrog universe, the first one outside of Cyberfrog. And Cyberfrog is full of villainy, and they all come from one source. All of the characters seem to come from one source. You're going to learn about Scorpion. You're going to learn about Rumblebee, Earwig. You're going to learn about all of these characters over the course of time. And then it's all going to make sense to you why somebody like Lynx would exist. We're going to do a one-shot. I think it might be an ongoing series. I'll see. The first issue is going to be a standalone. It's called Lynx, the Pollen Kingdom. And it's going to take place right during the events of Cyberfrog 3. So the way I work these campaigns is they're going to be 3 different books that are that you have to pay for within the Cyberfrog 3 campaign. Cyberfrog 3, Salamandroid 2, which I don't have a subtitle for yet. I'll come up with one. And Lynx #1. So those are the 3 books. And then we do extra freebies as well. Like Heart Sakara was free. If the campaign's funded, there might be more books than that. But those are the 3 big books that are really story driven, that push the story forward with the Cyberfrog 3 campaign. See, these are the questions that we answer when you read the book. What are Lynx's powers? You'll see. When you read Cyberfrog 2, you'll be like, oh, okay, it's a nice setup there.
Just let Shane tell him.
Shane, what do you think? No, don't tell
I think it's a good idea. I mean, now that I get it, I get what you're doing. Makes sense, but you're putting it in Cyberfrog 3 campaign.
Right, yeah, because it's related to it. See, the way that I tell stories is that there are a bunch of different tracks that go off, rather than just leave one story as a subplot that's within the big story. We mention it, but if you want to read more about that subplot, there's a whole other book for it, which is what 1998, The Diary of Heather Swain was. You want to know what happened to Heather during the events of Bloodhoney? Here's a whole 20-page book that'll let you know. And there you go. But all you really need to do is read Cyberfrog 1, 2, 3. These are all side avenues into broadening out the universe a little bit more so that you can follow. You want to know what Salamandroid was doing between 1998 and 2018? Salamandroid 2 is going to tell you that, which is fucking awesome, dude. It's so fucking cool. I can't wait. So, yeah, I got to find an artist for that. I don't know who wants to draw Salamandroid. It might end up being me. I hope not. But we'll see how that goes.